A little snowman, like a little mini snowman. That, that's if everything lines up. Right now, I'm not guaranteeing that. I'll go ahead and talk about that here in just a sec. But let's go ahead and get you out the door because this is what you need to know out there this morning. It is 10. These are actual temperatures here across the area there in Statesville. Morganton 7. Boone right now, an actual air temperature of just 2 degrees. You factor in any type of wind and it feels so cold out there. We feel like we're 14 below zero up in the mountains. So again, dangerously cold temperatures out there, feeling like 10 in Gastonia and in Shelby. Look at Cheraw, feeling like you are about 4 degrees out there. Now, as we head through the day today, a lot of sunshine. So if you do still have ice on your car, on your driveway, the sidewalks, heads up, that will be melting a little bit more as we head through the day. It will still be cold out there, but anytime we get above freezing, that sun's coming out, we will continue to see some melting. Driving into work today, I did see some wet spots, possibly could have been some black ice. Of course, that's invisible. I can't really see it, but just heads up, some side streets, sidewalks, rail going down. If you have stairs by your house, heads up, that might be a little bit slippery. Winds right now are pretty calm. That typically happens right before sunrise, but they will be picking up as we travel through the day today. So look at what it feels like as we head through about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It'll be feeling like it's about 25 degrees. That's right around lunchtime. So we're going to get that chill as we head through the entire day. Despite that sun rising and temperatures above freezing, it's going to feel like it's a bit below it. 44 your Tuesday, 45 by Wednesday. Come Thursday, 42 degrees. So temperatures not warming too much as we travel through the next several days. We look at live radar right now. Dry here across the Carolinas. That's really, really good news. But for no winter weather lovers out there, I myself am like, not again. We do have the potential for maybe some snow as we head through the day on Saturday. So we'll be dry Tuesday, Wednesday, and into Thursday. Come Friday into Saturday, that is what we are watching. Right now, is it looking more likely or less likely? We're in the 5 to 7 day range, and I'm going to check more likely at this point. We still have a lot of questions. We're looking at an area of low pressure, once again, developing along the Gulf Coast. Could this move closer to the coast or farther away? That will end up depicting any type of wintry precipitation types here for our area.
Freezing throughout a lot of our viewing area.
Yeah, and that's a really good point, Chris, because that's going to be something, typically I'm like, oh, we're warming up on Friday, but we're not. That's just not the case. We're just going to stay. I know Joe's laughing right now. Are you laughing at that? I mean, it is crazy. It's 2 in Boone. And yeah, we're laughing because it's just mind blowing, but it's dangerously cold out there across areas of the high country. Even here in Charlotte, Rock Hill, down into Concord, you guys are sitting at 14 degrees. So it is so cold. We do have a really nice sunrise that's about to take place here. Blowing Rock, whenever it's the second on my side, I need to stop doing this. It's not showing up there. That's our resort cams. Let's go ahead and get to some alerts. These are cold weather alerts that we have here across the area. This area is shaded in the light blue color. These are cold weather advisories as wind chills are in the single digits. This in place until noon on Tuesday. We do have extreme cold warnings for areas of Watauga into Avery County. That's the dark blue that you see there, as wind chills could be dipping and really already are to near 20 below zero. That's of course when you get an increased frostbite risk and hypothermia risk as well. So please stay inside if you can. Right now your current wind chill is 13 below zero up in West Jefferson. You guys feel like 10 in Gastonia and in Salisbury, along with Statesville, feeling like 9 degrees in Albemarle and heading to Cheraw this morning. So it is very cold. Any schools that are still on remote e-learning, that is really good, so the kids don't have to wait at the bus stop because it's cold out there right now. It will be as we head through the entire day. You're taking a look at the temperature versus the wind chill. So the temperature is this top number that you see. We're going to be in the upper 30s, but you factor in the wind, we're going to feel like we're in the 20s through much of the day. That's that pink bottom number that you're seeing here. As we we head through about 3-4 o'clock, I think we could feel like we're at that freezing point, and even just a 5-10 mile per hour wind makes a difference. It's how you feel. You and your pets, animals, they still need to be inside. It's just too cold for them out there. A lot of sunshine though as we head through your Tuesday, so that will help with some melting for any ice that is still out there. Again, we'll see these actual high temperatures in the upper 30s to right around 40 degrees. But again, typically I see a warm up. That's just not the case. We're going to stay very cold as we head through the next several days. Lows will warm up into the 20s, low 20s. So not as cold as this evening, but still really chilly. 40 for your Tuesday, 45 on Wednesday, come Thursday, 42 degrees. So could we see another round of wintry weather? You're probably seeing this on social media and maybe hearing a lot of buzz about it. There's a chance. We have once again very cold air. That is something we are not going to be lacking. It's where that area of low pressure goes. That will depict if we see wintry weather impacts here or if we see absolutely nothing. So if this area of low pressure tracks farther off the east coast, then we are not going to see the moisture. It's going to be too far to the east. If it tracks up and along the coast, then we could likely see some winter precipitation as we head through maybe Friday into Saturday, potentially Saturday. So too soon to know totals, too soon to know exact timing, but just know the areas. Chris, you need to be nicer to Joe. 9 in Statesville, 10 in Gastonia. This is what it feels like out there, feeling like 13 below zero right now in West Jefferson. So it is very, very cold out. It will be cold as we head even through the afternoon. Now, I will say the sunshine will help us feel pretty nice, but it's still going to be chilly with winds out of the southwest. Even southwesterly winds are going to be not warming us up too much. Actually, here's your actual air temperature. Upper 30s to right around 40 degrees, but you factor in that wind and it's going to feel like probably about 5 degrees cooler than that actual temperature, maybe upwards of 8 degrees cooler. So just prepare for that chill. We look at your future track feels like temperatures or those wind chills, and it's going to feel like it's about 6 degrees in Boone. This is 2 p.m. you guys. So this is right around lunchtime or heading into the afternoon, feeling like it's about 24 in Lincolnton, 26 in Gastonia, and in Charlotte, 26 right around lunchtime. So the chill continues through the entire day today. For your Tuesday, 40, by Wednesday, 45. So still holding on to temperatures below average as we head through at least the next 3 days. Now, live radar right now across the Carolinas, we are dry. You can see those clouds moving off the coast. But as we look ahead, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, totally dry. By Friday night into Saturday, that is something that we have to watch very closely. We're looking at winter weather forecasting here, and 7 to 10 days out was pretty much the last couple of days. We were looking at a possible favorable or unfavorable pattern recognition, and it certainly was favorable for the potential for us to see a little bit of snowfall as we head through Friday into Saturday. Now we're in this 5 to 7 day trend, and it is looking a little bit more likely that we could end up seeing some snow again late this week heading into the weekend. We are nowhere close to fine-tuning the details in terms of timing or even in terms of location, who could see the most snow or the amount.
I mean, it felt like
I'm like that. We're not in Antarctica. It is cold out there, though. Looking out at Blowing Rock, this is our resort cam, and it's beautiful out there. It's still just so slushy. They take care of the roads so well, but just heads up, I mean, it's going to feel like it's about zero throughout the day up across the high country. That's where extreme cold warnings have been issued. These wind chills this morning, 20 below zero. You can see that area shaded there in the blue, Ashwaubenon into Avery County. Cold weather advisories elsewhere, though, across the foothills and heading here into the Piedmont, where wind chills are in the single digits for some. Actually, check this out now. Albemarle heading into Statesville. You guys feel like you are below zero because of the cold temperature and the wind right now. Feeling like 16 below zero in Boone, feeling like 14 here in the Queen City and in Rock Hill, feeling like 5 in Sherrill. So these are just crazy numbers here. It is bone chilling cold. We'll see overnight lows increase the next couple of days, but guys, I'm still talking 20s. It is going to feel and actually be just very chilly, well below average as we head through really the foreseeable future through the end of January into the start of February. You look at your temperature versus wind chill. This top number with the blue, that's the temperature. The bottom one and with the pink, that is the wind chill. So this is actually what it's going to feel like as we head through the day, feeling like we're below freezing. This is in the Piedmont, feeling even colder as you head up toward areas of the high country. So yeah, we'll see plenty of sunshine out there through the day today. So that'll start to melt things that maybe have not been melted over the last 24 hours. But it's still going to be really chilly. By noon, temperatures finally touching that freezing point at about 32 degrees. So another round of winter weather is possible. Yeah, we have the cold air established. That's not going anywhere. Actually, much colder air building in with highs struggling to get above freezing as we head through Saturday into Sunday. And then we could have another round of a moisture source coming in from the Gulf of Mexico, or at least the northern Gulf Coast. Now, where this goes will depict what we get. If this is a coastal rider, meaning this area of low pressure rides along the eastern seaboard, we could see some winter precipitation. But if it's more offshore, the moisture's just too far away.
With the coldest air we've seen in years, Kaitlin.
I mean, it is 3. This is an actual temperature right now in Boone. It feels so cold out there. It feels colder than these numbers that you're seeing. 9 in Salisbury is the current temperature. 14 is what it feels like in Charlotte and in Rock Hill, or I should say is the current temperature. Let's get to the wind chill. So it does feel like 14 in Charlotte. It feels like 2 in Statesville right now. 9 down in Cheraw, feeling like 9 in Salisbury as well. But you look at areas like Boone, West Jefferson, you see the negative, and actually below 0 wind chills have already been reported here across parts of the Piedmont as well. So we have alerts in place, extreme cold warnings, cold weather advisories. Those used to be called wind chill warnings and advisories, but we have switched, or the National Weather Service switched the terminology of those just for that better understanding that it's just cold. That's what you need to know out there. Dangerously cold. So we are looking at a decent dose of sunshine as we head through your Tuesday. A high in the upper 30s to right around 40. Feeling a little bit cooler though. And we can go ahead and look at that. This is 2 p.m. I mean, it's going to feel like it's in the 20s and below freezing as we head through the day today. Feeling like it's about 6 up in the high country. Again, by about 2 p.m. we are feeling like we're flirting with 0 up in our mountain communities. So please be careful. Stay inside if you can, and certainly hope you have that heat source. 40 degrees for Tuesday. Not warming up too much to 45 by Wednesday. More clouds by Thursday, 42. And guess what, guys? Our average is 52. Typically by this point, I'd say, okay, back to average. That's just not the case. We'll stay below average for at least the next 7 to 10 days. One thing we'll stay to is rain and snow free for the next several days. So we're dry here across the Carolinas. We look toward Wednesday and Thursday. We'll stay dry then as well, but it's going to be Friday evening into Saturday that we're keeping a really close eye on, because models are starting to, both of our longer range models that we look at are starting to show the more favorable trends of us seeing a winter precipitation, likely snow, as we head into Friday and then potentially heading into Saturday. So it's still too soon for the timing, for the amounts as well. It all depends where an area of low pressure ends up tracking, but we're right here. We're watching the trends, and right now I'll check more likely, and we'll still be in that box for tomorrow as well. So I'll be able to say, okay, more likely again, or a little bit less likely, but right now prepare when you have an increased hypothermia risk and increased frostbite risk as well. So stay inside if you can. We have extreme cold warnings issued for Ashwaubenon into Avery counties, cold weather advisories for all of these areas shaded here in blue. Now, this terminology is new as of the last year or two from the National Weather Service. They did replace, these are basically just talking about the wind chills. It's cold because of the wind and because of those cold temperatures as well. So just be prepared. When you walk outside, it feels like 4, so making it above 0 for feels like in Boone right now, feeling like 2 in Statesville, feeling like 8 below 0 in West Jefferson, 11 in Shelby, over to Gastonia and Rockingham. You guys are feeling like 11 degrees as well. When we look at the temperature versus the wind chill, the temperature is this top number, the actual air temperature. You factor in even a 10-mile-per-hour wind and southwesterly wind today. We are looking at these temperatures to be much colder. I mean, feeling like we're really hovering close to that freezing point as we head through the afternoon today. We look at your day planner. Actual air temperatures will be in the upper 30s. Again, not quite feeling like it. We'll see a lot of sunshine, so that will help. I was outside yesterday morning. When the sun hits you, it feels nicer, but just prepare for that cold day. If you are heading out, a hat, a scarf, gloves, it's going to be really, really chilly. And this cold air, guys, it's locked in. It's not going anywhere. We're going to see another potential round of wintry weather. That's why we have the question mark. So typically in the Carolinas, I talked about this last week, we look for the cold air. Will we have the cold air in place? Yes, we will. Check mark. Now, where is this area of low pressure going to go? Unfortunately, for forecasting, it's probably not going to form until Thursday or Friday. And until the area of low pressure forms, models have a really tough time. Of course they do, grasping on where this could go. But right now I'm thinking there's a couple possible scenarios up closer to the coast, kind of riding the coast, the area of low pressure that is. We could see some snow, some winter precipitation, and honestly, long-range models are showing just that. European, American model are both showing the potential for some snow here across the area as we head through the day on Saturday. If this area of low pressure tracks offshore, farther off the East Coast, then that moisture is just not going to make it here. It's going to be cold, but we're just lacking that moisture. Otherwise, we have cold weather advisories, and these are all because of the wind chills. So the National Weather Service, they did change their terminology. These were wind chill warnings and advisories, but now just letting you know it's cold. Cold weather is outside as you step out. How cold are we talking? Bone chilling cold. Actual air temperatures just a little bit warmer than what you're seeing here, but it feels like 5 below zero right now in Boone, 6 below zero in West Jefferson, 11 in Hickory, and into areas of Salisbury. So as we look at temperature versus wind chill, temperatures up at the top, wind chills right here on that bottom number and right above that kind of pink bar there. We're looking at actual air temperatures to be in the upper 30s, right near 40, but it's going to feel like it's hovering close to freezing. That's here in the Piedmont, feeling like you're probably closer to the single digits or zero up in areas of the high country today. So prepare for the cold, but the sunshine as well. So that is one positive thing that we'll see as we head through the day. About 40 degrees for that actual high temperature, but again, not really feeling like it. And this cold air, guys, I want to break from it personally, but it is here to stay. We have a very cold air that's going to be in place through this week and into the weekend, another reinforcing blast of cold air. So we will have that locked in. Now, will we have a moisture source, a storm system to bring us a snow potential? Right now, models are trending. Hey, yeah, we actually could. Right now, it's too soon to talk about timing or amounts in terms of totals, but we are looking at another area of low pressure to develop somewhere along the Gulf Coast, and it likely won't develop until Thursday or Friday. And I'll tell you, computer models, reconnaissance mission like the Hurricane Hunters, how they flew into that one, they can't really fly into something that's not there, and models really have a hard time grasping it. But right now, one thing we do know is we could see some winter precip as we head through Saturday. I'm thinking that could certainly shift a day. It just depends on when and where this low pressure tracks, how quickly it moves. If it moves farther offshore, though, we are not looking at any moisture. In Statesville, 15 right now in Salisbury. That beats the about zero that you guys were feeling roughly 30 minutes ago. It feels like 5 below zero right now in Boone, feeling like 2 below zero, though, in West Jefferson. Guys, it is bone chilling cold, dangerously cold. That's why we have cold weather alert in place, extreme cold warnings until noon for areas across the high country, cold weather advisories here across the Piedmont until noon. So please be careful out there. A lot of sunshine will fill our skies. Actual highs will be right near 40 as we head through the day today. But, you know, I'm waiting to see the 52, 53 average high. and it's just not happening. We're 45 by Wednesday, by Thursday 42, and we go down from there. So we're going to have cold air locked in this weekend, struggling to get above the freezing point. Will we have moisture? Some models are hinting at, yeah, we will. Both of those things, you know what it means, the potential for winter weather. Where this low pressure tracks will end up depicting if and what we see, the timing, the amount. Right now, we'll keep you updated on air and online. It's just too soon to know.